Oh, of course, it's not using my webcam. Hello. Welcome to Wednesday. Let me make this big so I can see. Why is this dark? Okay, hold potentially dangerous comments from these dangerous women on my channel here. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. You know what's weird, you guys? I just checked my volume because I was like, I can't hear them. Oh my goodness. I forget sometimes that I just come on here and it seems like I'm just talking to myself. Let me see what's going on. Evelyn, I saw your video that you were getting easy money today. Oh, cool. Hey, don't worry. Don't have to listen, Evelyn, but I appreciate you. Have fun on your play date. Kelly's getting ready for company. Oh, so you're cleaning the house is what I bet. I love listening while I clean the house. I want somebody to do an afternoon stream for when I have to clean the house because I'm always like, oh, I need some motivation. Thanks, Marianne. I just felt like changing it up today. I made a whole video about how to keep it fresh, how to keep it live in the classroom. Hello, Kim. You're in need of adult conversation? Oh, you guys, tell me, how are your classes? Hello, Cindy. Good morning. Hey. So Evelyn had a free day, right? She got paid. Fill me in. I didn't watch the video because I was teaching. Kim, I'm trying to figure out. Kim went to 32 minutes in one and 33 in the other. Oh my goodness. Wow. So guess what I learned today, you guys? I learned from Teacher Melissa. I was watching, do you watch Teacher Melissa? Her video about smiling was, like how to keep smiling. She was talking about how level 7 is a 50-minute class. And I thought, that would be pretty cool. I think I could do that because you actually have time to really, just really dive into stuff. Yeah, I love Teacher Melissa's videos. She has so many fun rewards, and she's awesome. Thank you. My ears help me. You guys, I have a whole selection. I made a video about it, but like my daughter's little headbands. For me, I always love acting. I've loved like theater. And so I feel like when you put on something like this, it kind of just puts you in character. Same with the lipstick. I don't wear lipstick in life, but this is me, and it helps me when I'm nervous about going on camera. Teacher Christina Garcia, also a favorite, just made a video about what to do if you're not comfortable on camera. And I thought it was so awesome. And that's part of what I do to get on camera and be comfortable is I go into a character, and it just helps me when I feel nervous. Because even after a year, sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, some days you just feel more exposed, I guess. And you're letting the student into your morning and into your world, and you don't know how they're going to be. So sometimes you just need a little extra and say, I don't care how you're going to be because I'm going to be Teacher Bunny Lipstick, okay? You're doing level 7, Cindy. Oh, I'm so jelly. That's one of my goals. I want to teach level 7. Kim, iTutor has 45 minutes. How you're Heather, in public speaking college, they used to say, imagine them in underwear. I think that would be so distracting, right? All right, don't forget to give me thumbs up, guys. I'm super pumped. This channel has 41 subscribers, so hopefully we get some new teachers joining our chat. And let me make sure this is all live chat. So let me see, what were your classes today? Heather had 4 classes today, 1 cancellation before the 24 hours, so that's free money, right? Cindy had 8 classes and 3 paid cancellations. Nice. And Evelyn, shame you missed the live. Just kidding. It's all good, you guys. Who don't wear lipstick in real life? Kim doesn't wear lipstick in real life either. I just feel like A, it's going to get on my teeth. B, it's going to look off. It's going to be smudged. And camera, it is amazing. Kim said, hey, Morgan Brown. Hello. Kim said my last student kept trying to pull up her shirt. Oh, guys, don't forget to click the thumbs up on your way in. 7 people here. Welcome, teachers. If I had a dime for each time I saw a student in their undershirts. Oh. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. So I love Wednesdays because I get to have my second cup of coffee with my wonderful online teaching friends. And as promised, I'm going to go ahead and teach you your Chinese word for the week. So everybody knows kids in China love watermelon. Have you guys used the cool filter on VIP Kid with the watermelon in the glass and you get to like drink from the watermelon? Okay, so I love that. Watermelon in Chinese, this is tried and tested with my students for a whole week, is 西瓜. Don't mind my little paper, but 西瓜. Okay, yay! So that's your word for the week, 西瓜. So they know watermelon. That's like cat and dog for them, man. Like they love mangoes and watermelon, and they know apple and banana. Yeah, 西瓜. Yeah, Heather, try it out. Let me know how that goes, you guys. Thank you to Kelly for posting the Gogokid update yesterday. Awesome sauce. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you, Marianne. 西瓜. Yes. So what else was I going to tell you? Okay, so teacher Christina Garcia's video was super awesome about creating space in your life and how to feel comfortable on camera. I adore her. I wanted to talk to you guys about some cool feedback that I got. And I want you guys to tell me, how are your bookings? What else is shaking in the VIP Kid land? I have a teacher confession. You're welcome. I don't know how to say. Ooh, 我爱西瓜. I love watermelon. 我爱 is I love. Ooh. The only thing I learned was 喜欢, like I like. 喜欢. I learned that when my son did the lingo bus trial class, and it really stuck. So we can practice that. I'll have to use that in class. See, I always try it out on my students. Oh, see, Morgan has a kid in Lingo Bus. I always try stuff out on my students to make sure I'm saying it right. And I try it with different students. And I say, am I saying it right? So I have gotten some really awesome feedback in the past few days. And my teacher confession was going to be that I'm just kind of bored. And that's why I was going to tell you my story of how I became a teacher today. But I'm just kind of bored. What did I do to get the feedback? I don't know. I'm bored, I guess, because I'm a job hopper. I've had this job for a year, and I kind of feel like I've conquered it. Now, there's still always more to learn, and I love learning, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to find ways to keep myself from becoming bored and stagnant in this job. And so that's something I'm working on, and it's just a personal thing. I'm a job hopper. So listen to this feedback. First of all, can you see there is a lot of writing? And so sometimes I get nervous when I see a lot of writing. Nice to see Mr. Daniel again. Thank you very much for your class. Your encouragement to Simon has become his unlimited motivation to learn. Simon will have her 9th birthday tomorrow. He has completed the final exam and is about to move from the 3rd grade to the 4th grade. Although he doesn't know the exam results yet, he is confident that he will get all A's. It goes on and on and on and on and on about what this student is up to in life. So that was really cool. And let me read you the other 2 feedbacks, and then I will get to your comments. I love when they write my name in the comments. It feels so special. Mr. Danny is a very interesting person. In class, I can relax and learn new knowledge in jokes. We also played all kinds of mini game, which is really fun. I also told her that I live in Shandong, China, near Beijing. I also taught her Chinese, like basketball and banana. I hope to see you again. Yay! That made me really happy that they're telling me that my games and my silliness and my fun are helping them learn, and that is amazing to me. So let's talk about Susie. I probably shouldn't say their name, but she just said the teacher's class is lively and interesting. Pay attention to pronunciation. Very good. We will always ask the teacher's class. Thank you. So this is just like Kelly's. It says pay attention to pronunciation. They mean I did pay attention to pronunciation, right, Kelly? Because that's what yours said too. All right. Yeah, you want to put Esther in Lingo Bus, definitely. It's a little expensive. I have a hard time paying for that. But it is wonderful, and we can learn too. So it'd be like double, right? Double win. Kim said bookings are low with VIP Kid. What about with iTutor? Are your bookings okay with iTutor, Kim? Evelyn working towards the raise or setting goals to meet the requirements. I should probably do that. I'm a job hopper. I'm a job hopper. Where's my music? Watching jobs go by. Yay, you got another 5 apple. Yay. Evelyn said my hubby is a job hopper. I tend to stay at a job if I'm happy and even put off quitting if I'm unhappy. You scale back with VIP Kid to stay happy. That's what I did today. I played softball last night and I hurt myself again. So I closed 6 and 7 before I went to softball because I knew that I was going to be tired this morning. So I really hurt myself because I was late for a softball game yesterday and I had to bring all the kids with me. And I was second up to bat and I was not warmed up. And so I hit the ball and then it went. And so I had to run. And so my brain said, go as fast as you can. And my legs, I literally think that I tore muscles in my quadriceps because I had to get a bag of ice on the way home and put it on my legs because I know that's what you do when you've really hurt your muscles. So I hurt my muscles like the first minutes of the game and then had to continue to play second base the whole game. And my legs were on fire. So I took some time off this morning and I did some stretching this morning. And just like teacher Christina said, I just created that space, that mental space. It's $24. Okay, I can make that up on Saturday. It's going to be okay. I try not to get too worried about, I've got to keep up so I can make my quota, because that makes me miserable. So it's more important for me and my family that I'm happy. And if I am making a little less money, but I'm happy, I can just do other stuff. I can hang my clothes to dry instead of putting them in the dryer, or I can cut back on something else. But my happiness is most important. That's what I keep telling myself, you guys. Heather said, so did everyone see the new survey on the student info page and feedback? I'm not sure what you speak of, Heather. I did take a survey about VIP Kid. So share. You're going to share what you said on Friday? Share away, guys. I know some of you are just listening and you're driving or whatnot, getting ready. So no worries. Yeah, I saw the survey, but I'm not sure if it's the new survey. Yay, bouncy house. I would die in a bouncy house today. My legs, you guys, I can't even barely walk. They hurt so bad. So I put ice, and then after the ice, I went and got in the warm bath with Epsom salt, because you're supposed to alternate heat and ice. But, I mean, my legs hurt when I touch them. Like, I really hurt myself. So dumb. And I have another game Thursday. We have games Tuesdays and Thursdays for the rest of the month, so. Yes, Heather, I did teach standing up today. I just sat down to relax with you guys, but I only had 4 classes, and I figured it would be good for my muscles to stand up. And yes, Evelyn agrees with me, which I'm glad. You people who teach all of these classes, You must be superhuman. And sometimes I worry about you guys because nobody is superhuman. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself. You guys are important to me. Also, teacher to teacher feedback. I had a little comment on that. Had a new student today because I always have new students. And I was looking at the teacher feedback, and whoever is this student's teacher just posts their whole parent feedback in teacher to teacher. And that drives me crazy because I just want to know the basics. What's their issue? What's their strength? Tell me something I need to know about them. Tell me something extra. Their dog's name, whatever. But don't give me the entire page of parent feedback, please. Cindy, you agree with me. And then there was this other one, and all the teacher wrote in teacher to teacher feedback was the lesson name and number. Thanks a lot, buddy. I always really, I direct teacher to teacher towards myself, but I'm also thinking about the next teacher. I mean, maybe some people just don't think the way that we do in this community of teachers who want to empower each other and help each other. Maybe they just don't care, but I would request that you just tell me what the student needs the most work on, what not to do if there's something that maybe they don't like the face filters, or, shoot straight with me, home slice. I just want to know what to expect. Yeah, there's always competition. And I think that is what is so beautiful about this group that we are creating here, this oasis of we are here to build each other up and share how we do things and what our successes are, because it's not a competition, you guys. Oh, it can't be. Although I do like competition. Heather said, I've seen other teachers battle others in the teacher to teacher feedback. So yeah, that was my 2 cents today. Oh, I taught my first lower level 2 today, guys. And I feel happy that I'm teaching level 2 now because I did feel like I was cheating because I didn't teach that level. So I taught the scared lesson. Have you taught level 2 scared? She had a really hard time with scared, but we played with a mouse. She said she was scared of a mouse. I had my spider, my snake, and then I had things that we were not scared of, like butterflies and kittens and all that stuff. Level 2 was good. It was good. I just have to remember to slow myself down and repeat, like Kelly said, repeat everything on the slide 3 times. I'm just getting used to it. Right. Yeah. Kim said you write something to help yourself for the next time. Definitely. And even though I have Feedback Panda, I usually am looking at the VIP Kid app. When it's Gogokid, I look at my Panda because there's no way Gogokid doesn't store the information for you. So, yeah, you leave a message to yourself, which in turn should help the next teacher, right? You're not writing it in code. And I try not to write anything ugly, even if the student was not doing the right thing. I imagine VIP kids reading it, and what if a parent could read it? I'm always like conscious of that because anything that you put out there, you never know who could be listening or reading it, right? You only repeat twice. Yeah, I think it just depends on your student and what they need. Heather, this girl was having a hard time with scared. She kept saying scared. And that's it. So today I had a level 3. I had a free talk with a 9-year-old and a level 2. And then I had my return student who is in level 4 or 5, I believe. All feedback is always positive, right? How can we say this in the most positive way? Yep. All right, guys. So the LP will repeat what a teacher-to-teacher feedback says to the parent. Wow, Heather, where did you hear that? Oh. So if you're saying some some bullarchy in the like, oh, blah, 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 in the teacher to parent feedback. And then in the teacher to teacher, you're like, what a brat, blah, blah, blah. That makes you look like a bad person, right? So definitely water it. I water it down for the parents, and I don't really, if it's not a major issue with behavior, I don't address it. But I will address that in the teacher to teacher. I will say, so-and-so is very energetic, very distracted, but of course never saying, the B word. So I wanted to share with you guys how I got here, how I started teaching. So listen if you want to. I've just been thinking about my teaching journey, trying to be thankful for this job. And what came to my mind, first of all, was that when I first started teaching children in the state of Louisiana, I made $5.15 an hour. Let me just let that sink in. So that was crazy. I was working at it was the first time I'd lived in Louisiana. I didn't have any children, but I had experience with children. So I applied for this daycare at a church. And I had 5 one-year-olds in a room by myself. It was a very small room, no windows. And it was a shocking experience because no one should be alone with children, I don't think. The laws in Louisiana are very lax for the numbers, the ratio. But even 5 one-year-olds and 1 teacher, when you're new, was very difficult. So happy to say, yeah, Heather, you could barely buy a gallon of gas with that today. I make almost 5 times that now. Yeah, it's crazy. And I work from home. I don't have to get up and go, and I don't have to change diapers. Now, I didn't have a degree then, so, that's something to be said. But same state, same kind of job, 5 times the money. So I am so grateful that I don't have to go and do that anymore. But I always knew I wanted to work with kids. I'm that person who's talking to the kid in the room instead of the grown-ups because kids are cool and kids have a great imagination. So I always babysat and all that stuff. And when I started college, I took, basic courses plus child psychology. And then I took the prerequisites for the teaching degree. Now, I never got my teaching degree. You have to get a bachelor's and then get a teaching degree as a second, right? Or as a master's. It's not a master's, it's a certificate. So anyway, I did all the prerequisites, but never did finish the teaching part. So then I went to Alaska. And I ended up taking a break from school. I don't say dropping out, I say taking a break. I met my husband, and that's when I moved down here, worked at the daycare, and then we went back to Alaska and back to Hawaii, and I was working waitressing and all that, Then I got pregnant, had my son, and that is what brought me into daycare and basically into teaching for real. So in Alaska, I started working at the daycare. I'd work the restaurant in the morning, and my husband would keep him. And then I would come home from the restaurant around noon, and I'd go to work at the daycare, and he would go with me so that I could make money and be with him and expose him to other children. Because most of the people in Alaska were just young kids. So I was in a town that had full-time residents, and I worked there. So wanting to be with my children and make money is what brought me into the daycare system. I have a lot to say about the daycare system, but some can be really good. Let's see what you're saying. Kim did daycare in South Carolina, 8 2-year-olds on your own. Yeah, Colorado's limits are like that too. I think it's 7-1 with 2-year-olds, or might have been 10-1. Too much. It's too much. Every state is different as far as prereqs. Every state is different as far as ratio too. Evelyn has worked at 2 daycares, hugely disliked it. Loved working in elementary, middle, and high school. Yeah. Daycares are hard. The germs, and the kids are just really young. And so let me continue on. I did that every summer for 3 summers. and I was able to, learn how to take care of other kids and then be with my child at the same time. Then we moved to Colorado, and I got a job at a Montessori school. Now, I had no Montessori experience, and if you don't know, Montessori is named after Maria Montessori, and back in the 1900s, she started a little school for children that were, they were considered retarded. They were put in a home for mentally challenged children. And she went in there and she changed the environment for them. She did a lot of sensory things and a lot of hands-on things for these kids. And what ended up happening is these children were blossoming and just, getting so much better. And it turns like, I don't think that these children were so much mentally retarded. I think they just had different needs, as we know children do. So Maria Montessori is about respecting the child and about hands-on learning and having things where the children can access them. In a daycare, it's like you get out this big tub of toys and the kids make a mess and they don't clean it up. Well, in Montessori, they learn to respect their environment, and they clean. They like to sweep. They can wipe the tables if they want to. They want to do the things that we're doing. So I was introduced to this beautiful world of Montessori, and I was an assistant in a 2-year-old classroom. Okay. At this point, I had my degree. I had gone back to school, and I had gotten my bachelor's in art. So I'm at this Montessori, and they offered me to get my degree in Montessori. So the deal was they would pay for half of it. I paid for it up front, and then they paid back half of it when I finished. So I certified with North American Montessori, and it was about $1,500. Then they paid me back the other half, and then I quit. So this company was, they were after money, which most businesses are, right? But when you have a business with children, it really is not cool to be all about the money. And you can tell when a daycare is all about the money. They'll put as many kids as they can in one room. They are not listening to the teachers. They're not listening to the children's needs. I had children that were biting, children with pica, eating all kinds of things, and obviously had some issues. I had a child who was being neglected, and all of these things they were ignoring because they wanted to get that money. And so I really had a difficult time seeing the beauty of Montessori, where my son started going to school for a discounted price because I worked there, and I loved it. But it was too much about the money. Their heart wasn't in the right place. So I ended up quitting, but I still got to keep my degree. So that is cool. Now let me see what happened after that. Then I moved back to Louisiana, and I started substituting. So my first day of substituting, I wanted to cry. It was second grade, and being not from the South, I was in this room of second graders, and most of them were little Black children, and I could barely understand what they were saying. And I was out of my element. I was too nice, for sure. And so anyway, then I started doing fourth grade, and I ended up doing like 2 weeks at a fourth grade because the teacher got hurt. So also almost cried the first couple days, but then I got my thick skin. So I started subbing. My son started going to school, so I could sub at his school. And subbing is just really hard. You guys know subbing takes a lot of energy. And I get about $75 a day now that I have a degree. And you guys that teach classes know that we can make that in just 3 hours at home with this job. So I'm going to go back to subbing just to check out my kids' schools this year. But I think it'll make me appreciate this job even more. So sometimes looking back at where you've come from really helps you appreciate what you have now, right? So now I've not finished with my story yet. So I'm doing all this subbing, and then I'm waitressing. So I've been waitressing for 20 years, good money, fast cash, right? But the hours are not good. And I didn't want to be away from my kids anymore. So I waitress. I had my daughter, did this other job where I was assistant director of this other thing, this farm art thing. And I did, waitressing, blah, 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 blah. So finally, something big happened in our life, and my husband and I actually separated for 6 months. And at this point, I knew that I needed to find a job where I could make money and not have to pay a babysitter to watch my kids. So I started looking for a job, and you guys are going to love this because this is how I found my job at the Christian school that I taught at. So I went out, and when you go out on a mission and you're like, I have to do this, I have to find this has to happen, right? And I truly believe that if you want something bad enough and you are driven enough to find it, it will find you and you will find it. So I put in applications. I applied to the public school. I was willing to be a teacher's aide because I don't have a teaching certificate. I applied to all the private schools that I could find because a lot of times private schools, you don't have to have that teaching certificate. I applied to the 2 Montessori schools that I knew of, and I even had thought about putting my son in it, which would take like my whole paycheck. It's really expensive Montessori school. So then I was, Heather, I was in my car, and I had gotten someone to watch my kids that day. I think my son might have been riding with me, actually. Anyway, I took one more chance. I was like, okay, before I go home, let me just plug in. And I don't even know where I was in the town because I don't know my way around this town, very well yet. And I punched in the schools near me, and up pops this Montessori Christian school. And you're distracting me, Heather. I thought, okay, one more try. I'm just going to go here, just drop off my resume, no big deal. All right, so get on with the story, Danny. So I go in there and I tell them who I am and that I have a degree in Montessori. And they tell me that the 2-year-old teacher is looking to retire and they're looking for someone to take her place. So they offered me $20,000 a year plus free tuition for both of my children. Now, I had never been offered free tuition before. And of course, my whole goal is my children here. So I thought, $20,000 guaranteed salary, not hourly, sounds pretty good. Free, if you include what free tuition means for me, and I get to be near my kids every day, sign me up. Where do I sign? So that first year, 2016, 2017, I was the assistant teacher in a 2-year-old classroom with a woman who had been doing this for ever. Okay, she was ready to retire, and she was amazing, wonderful, wonderful teacher, but very, very set in her ways. And it's difficult to come in to take over someone's position. And I ended up doing that again the next year, but let me get to that. So I was walking on eggshells with her, and I think I had to prove myself to her first. And then I made it through the year with her. She was, I don't know how to explain it without being rude, but she was really set in her ways. And sometimes it seemed like she was being rude, but she was just strict. And so anyway, she taught me how to deal with 2-year-olds and how to teach 2-year-olds. So we had a classroom where there is stuff everywhere. I'm talking about some of these kids would do perforating. Let me see if I can show you what perforating is. Perforating is when you take a needle and you have something on the paper, like the shape of a cat or something, and the student is practicing their pencil grip by perforating the holes. So this helps the student with their pencil grip, their hand-eye coordination, all that. But imagine a room of 12 2-year-olds where they have access to pencils, to blocks, and all of these things that normal 2-year-olds do not get access to. So it can be challenging, and we had some challenging students. I got slapped in the face by a girl, but I I was finally ready to take over her class, and then she decided she was not leaving. So they decided to ask me if I would like to certify to learn to teach first through third grade and move up the following year and teach first to third grade Montessori. So I spent the whole summer studying. They had me do this whole paper, read all of the books by Montessori, and then go into the classroom and try to learn everything that was in the classroom. And Montessori is very specific in the way that they teach things and the way that lessons are presented. So I put my all into that, like you guys know that I do. And also very difficult to take over a classroom from, it was two teachers, a mother and a daughter, who had been teaching in that classroom for 15 years and also very set in their ways. So it's really hard to come up and try to take over something from someone. Have you guys experienced that? Oh, I could say so much. So anyway, I ended up certifying. I don't have anything to show for it because I sent in all of my paperwork to the people that did the certifying. Never heard back from these people. Taught there the whole year. Have nothing to show for my first through third except 1 year experience teaching first through third grade Montessori. I don't know if the school is even going to be open next year, but I was there for 2 years, and that's the longest I've ever had a job. Yes, Evelyn, you know what I'm talking about. I've experienced that 3 times where I've tried to take over someone's position. And women especially are so protective of the way that they do things, and it can be really challenging. This was a church, so not part of a union. Yeah, but the school was wonderful. My kids had PE, they had music class. I did an art class with the kids. 2 years is the longest I've ever stayed at a job. Yeah, unless you count going to Alaska 6 summers, but I did different jobs. I was, from a waitress to a manager to a housing manager to a daycare worker. I moved around, So yeah, I'm a mover and a shaker, as my husband likes to say. So anyway, that is how I got here, you guys. I was teaching full-time in first through third grade, driving 1 hour to work, bringing home $1,500 a month after taxes, and I was exhausted. I had a class of 12, and they were all very special. And it was very stressful, and I would spend hours on the weekends doing their little work plans, and I was obsessed. And it was so nice to just let that go and do this. So let's talk about how great this job is. We don't have to deal with parents. We don't have parent-teacher conferences. We don't have homework on the weekends. Yay! Can I get a hallelujah? But I honestly believe I was led to that job. I really do. I believe that. And when I said out loud, I was at my son's soccer game, and I was so tired from my job, and I was so over it. And I said to my friend, I said, who does that? Like, who does the online teaching for the online homeschool? I didn't even think about, obviously ESL. I wasn't thinking about that. I just said, I want to be one of those people who teaches the online homeschool. And I said it out loud, and for whatever you believe, it came true. So if you want something, you have to say it out loud so that, it can be heard. So yeah, I will start substituting. There's a class that I missed last August, a substitute class. And I've already been fingerprinted and everything, in 2012 when I started subbing in this state. But you have to take this sub class, and if you miss it, they don't offer it again. So you're out of the game. So I was out of the sub game last year. But I am going to sub this year, and my son will be in 6th grade, so I'll be subbing at a middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then my daughter will be at a school that's pre-K, kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd. So I will sub at her school. And I can sub anywhere, but I'm going to try to focus on those schools so that I can see what's going on. And subbing is really fun. Heather said, I've had women who were totally afraid you would take their positions and would deliberately hold you down so you wouldn't surpass them. For sure. Thank you guys for listening to my story. Yeah. It is really important to check yourself. You know, when I get bored with this job, I don't think about quitting, but I think about cutting back, and I start thinking about maybe I'll get my real estate license. What am I going to do? And I get distracted. So looking back and realizing that I used to make $5 an hour at a daycare changing poopies, and now I get to be in my home and teach kids in China who can't get me sick or throw chairs at me or slap me in the face. You had a teacher take your job, Cindy? Oh, they liked her better. Yeah, there's so much politics in school, and I got sick of that too. I got sick of this happened, where's my help? Where's my support from the staff, the support staff, like the principal or the headmaster or whatever? You have to have a good principal and a good support staff. Kim said, lost my public school job due to a woman taking over and not being able to handle power. Ooh, scary. It's such a struggle between, especially when you're subbing, between being kind and getting the students to like you, and also showing them that you're not going to take any crap, right? So you have to come in hard, and then, once they earn your respect, then you show them that you can be kind. But if you come in kind, they're like, ooh, let's just make her cry, right? Let's be naughty. So my advice with subbing is go in with your RBF. Yeah, but she's got a big head. Oh, that's funny, Cindy. I was totally better than her. And you know what? We are competitive creatures, and that's okay. It's hard not to be competitive. Totally clicks. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Kim, she sabotaged me all year until I got in trouble with the board and quit. Yeah, and there are those teachers they're sabotaging you, and pretending to be your friend, and then, yeah, we've learned that, right? RBF, you had to look that up. Mm-hmm. Yes, I understand, Cindy, but you know what? Are you happier at your job now than you were at that job? Right? You know that when one door closes, another door opens, right? Oh. Had to switch schools. Right. You have to find that level, Heather, of competitiveness where we're really competing against ourselves, right? Especially in this job. There's no way that we're competing against each other because there are just so many kids in China. And so instead of competing, we're building each other up, which is what I hope that my daughter's generation can learn to do. Teacher Marianne, some women run on their emotions. Men are easier to work with. Yeah, definitely. There aren't that many men teachers, though. I'm so excited that there's going to be male teachers at my son's school. I think that's really important for him. You wanted to say that, Heather? Yeah, men are easy. I mean, once you figured them out, they're not that complicated. But us, on the other hand, good luck. Yeah. Wow. Wow, Kim, that's crazy. We know it's true. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Wow. Not always, not all men. Some men are complicated. I think mine is pretty simple. But he's just complicated enough. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not really sure, but my male referral he had to get back surgery yesterday, so he is not teaching yet for VIP Kid. He didn't do his mock yet, But I told him not to worry, just, it's waiting for you. And it's so funny, you guys, how VIP Kid, do you remember when you got hired, how they push you? Like the email says, it'd be best if you did this within 3 days. And then it's like, they keep emailing you. And so he said, oh, I feel so pressured, and he even ended up getting on the phone with VIP Kid and telling them about his back surgery. I had told him, look, it's not a rush. They're just being encouraging. It's an automatic email that comes out. But he felt pressured. So he got on the phone with them and talked to them and told them that he was having back surgery. And they said, don't worry about it. Just do it when you're ready. So, yeah, I think men are less in competition with women. Like, we women have to compete against each other. But when it's man and woman, it's not a competition. But you might have to deal with, maybe if they're sexist or not. But hopefully they're not. But living in the South, you just never know. When I found out my husband was from the South, I had to make sure that he was not like that. And his dad was like that. His dad thought the woman's place was in the kitchen, and the man made the decisions. And I said, oh, well, we have some things to learn, don't we? Because we make decisions together. Yes. And you will also cook some of the meals. Yes. And women can be as smart as men. Yes. So, but he is not at all your typical Southern, not typical, he's not your stereotypical Southern man. So I'm thankful. Heather, I agree. I understand what you're saying. I do agree. I think that it's great when the man can go to work and provide, and the woman can care for the children and make the food and keep the house. I think that can work beautifully. Yeah. But right, I also think that a woman's opinion should still matter. And that's what it's about. It's not about you do this and I do this, but it's about, like, are you respecting my thoughts? Or are you just, we're not going to go to that old school way. We're not going to go backwards. Yeah. Teamwork. Exactly. You're lucky your hubby loves to cook, Kim. My hubby was a chef, so he loves to cook too. We actually ordered this curry online because you can't get it in the stores. And it's in Japan. It's something they eat almost every week. And it's basically like a curry roux. It comes as like a sauce base for curry. So we're doing it with chicken. And, I always thought curry as Indian food. But in Japan, they eat curry quite often. And they put meat and vegetables with it. So I think I'm going to make a video about it. Your hubby is Greek and they invented food. Ooh, yum. I love food. Food is culture. We always try to make recipes from different cultures because it's challenging and it's interesting. And I feel like food is what most cultures are based around. And it really bothers me in VIP Kid that, like, in America, what do we eat? Hot dogs, pizza, French fries. Not true. Although I did eat a French fries and a hamburger yesterday, but come on. Yes, culture is food, people, and celebrations. I think it's technically art, food, and celebrations, right? And I always, in the lesson, and I always tell the kids, art and music is art. So I always make sure to tell them that. Southern Sun Tea. Ooh. Okay. Kim said, now that I have a YouTube channel, my hubby wants to make a cooking channel. Kim, on my old channel, my husband did a video on how to cook rice both ways, how to cook it in a pot and how to cook it on a rice cooker. So making cooking videos with your spouse or with yourself is really fun. It's really fun. And I love grocery hauls. I love meal planning videos. I love seeing like the meals people made in a week because I need inspiration. We always have tacos. We have French dip sandwiches often. We do rice and gravy often. There's things that we always do, and I'm always looking for something that is easy, healthy, and delicious. It's really hard to find. So if you want to share the meals that you make, I would totally watch your videos. Your husband has those tendencies. Yeah, I understand. And it's a cultural thing too, Evelyn, for sure. It can be. There's a little trick to what? There's a little trick to what, Heather? Yes, that's okay. Teacher Kim, you need to teach him to just use PG language. Yeah, easy, healthy, and delicious. Is that even like possible? Usually it's like either easy, healthy, or delicious, but not all three. Oh, Southern Sun Tea. Yes, you should. You should do a video on Southern Sun Tea. Yes. I'm always looking for more cooking ideas. Oh, the kids are up. I can hear them. Well, you guys, good luck. I hope you do make some more videos about other things. Evelyn's the only one who really strays away from teaching on her channel. But, you know, it is your window to the world. So you never know what's going to take off on your channel. That's right. Cindy, you do videos about your Invisalign and about your vacation and stuff. You're right. Ooh, what meals did he cook, Kim? Yeah, and some family stuff on your channel. I love you too, Heather. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah, Cindy, it is hard to gauge, you know, what kind of stuff to put. Like my other channel has so much. That's why I started this channel. To try to stick to my more personal other goals on the other channel and just teaching on this channel. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. My pool videos, I have a pool video with over 12,000 views. My pool videos get thousands of views, and even the junky pool videos that I make. So I should make more pool videos. But those are the ones that hit, and you never know what's going to hit. Like I have a video on how to properly cut a pineapple, you know, how to cook rice, making pesto. Then I have videos about personal motivation, you know, gardening videos, homeschooling videos. It's kind of just all over the place. Oh, your referrer joined your Facebook group. Nice. Vacay and family stuff. Meatball, pasta, and breakfast. Pictures on Facebook. Too bad I can't see those. Cindy, what, you watch pool videos? Why do you watch pool videos? Tell me, why do so many people watch pool videos? Yeah. The Diva pool video? Which one are you talking about? Oh, you have a pool. Cool. Cool pool. Yeah, I'm screwing up my pool right now because it's leaking. The pump is leaking and like, oh, it's such a headache, but whatever. Yeah, make some YouTube videos about food for sure.
Hey, there's a wasp in the living room. He's on the window. Can you come smush it?
Oh, there's a wasp in the living room on the window, so I have to go now, and I have to go be the wasp killer.
Actually, no, never mind. I can do it.
You can do it? Okay. My son's going to go do it. You need a sand filter cap. Ordered the wrong size. Yeah. I'll make a video about wasp killing. Yeah. Putting the pond together can really be mind-blowing, but really there's so many YouTube videos out there that will help you step by step. But I hate putting stuff together. It makes me have anxiety. So, so That's why I like making videos about that kind of stuff, because like, for instance, the skimmer on my pool makes me feel like an idiot because I can't get it to connect right. And I'm like, this should be simple. And I'm looking at the instructions and I'm like, why am I such an idiot? You know? So that's something I'd like to make YouTube videos about. Let me help you not feel like an idiot. The Queen Lady. I am the Queen Bunny. So you only get 1 month to swim in New Hampshire? That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. And we empty our pool in the winter. We don't even leave it, but that's because it's not level, so I need to fix it. Amber is building a fairy garden. Yay! Hey, Amber, how are you? The pool is me. If I want it, I do it. That's me too. My husband does not swim in our pool, yet he talks about digging us a real pool. And I'm like, well, you don't swim in the pool we have. But the kids and I swim every day, and it helps me feel better and relaxed. You've had an above ground pool, the same one for 20 plus years. Are you serious? That's amazing. Wow. I don't want to go to regular life. I haven't written my feedback or anything. Oh, you have like the metal pool, like the steel wall pools or something, or you just replace the liner. Not babysitting this week and still got paid. Nice. Amber, are you still teaching a lot with Gogokid and Vipkid? You guys, I have some supplementary classes coming up next week with Gogokid. Next week? Yeah, next week. So I will be letting you know how the supplementary classes at Gogokid go. Yeah. That is amazing, Cindy. Yeah, I figured this Intex Pool probably has like a 4-year time span, but it was $400. So $100 a year. That's how much you would pay for a membership to a place with a pool, at least, right? So totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah. I love swimming. And there's also something to be said where salt water resets your ions, your negative charge that you get from walking on the ground. As you walk on the ground in rubber shoes, you create a negative charge. And when you get into salt water with your entire body, you change your charge. Something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me. Amber, you've been teaching 4 to 5 in the morning. Yeah, I only taught 4 this morning too, girl. I got 6 tomorrow though, probably. 4 with Gogokid, and then I opened the last 2 with Vipkid, and they will fill. Just have to clean it out and refill it, Cindy. Wow, awesome. Your condo has a pool. Yeah, if you have one, you got to try to go to it. How were your supplementary classes? Supplementary. Were they good? Were they like Vipkid supplementary classes? Salt water is awesome, Cindy. It only took 7 bags of salt water, but then you have to have the salt water to chlorine converter on your pump. No, I haven't, Heather. Why? Do they seem clear? I don't know. Are they? Is this clear? Am I clear right now? I forgot to ask you guys. I'm straight plugged into the wall, y'all. So I hope this is clear. Otherwise, I need to call the internet company. Amber, some of these women on here teach 10 to 12 to more classes every day. I'm pixelated? That stinks, guys. Lame. I don't understand. But it's okay. You know what? I haven't been doing as many lives on my other channel at all, actually. And you guys are here to listen to me talk, right? So I probably look better pixelated. I cannot go live from my iPad. Never tried it, but yeah, I do have an iPad with a big old crack in it. Okay, Amber, they weren't bad. You just have to practice your phonics. Yeah, well, I'm sorry my live is pixelated, guys. That's so weird. I don't know. I guess my internet's not as good as it could be. Or maybe I need to go look at that thing that you sent me, Heather, and try to figure out what's wrong with my lives. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. I will try the iPad. I'll look at it. Yeah. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for telling me. I forgot to check. Amber, you need to make videos. I don't even know what you sound like. Almost everyone else here is making videos, so I know what they sound like. And to me, you're still just a picture. Yeah, it's fine. I go back and watch my classes, Heather, and my classes are clear with VIP kids. So I'm not sure what it is. And I've never gotten any complaints. So I don't know. Maybe it's YouTube. I don't know. I got an offer, you guys. I have to go soon, but I got an email. Let me read it to you guys and let me see if you think it's bullarchy or not. Here we go. It's from somebody named Lee Taylor, and it says, hold on. Amber, you need to go watch Christina Garcia's video about how to feel good on camera. You should go check it out. So it says, Dear Danny, Happy Farms, Louisiana, this is Taylor. Nice to meet you. I viewed your YouTube video. They are so interesting. I'm the member of Seller Marketing Division of Zichen, a leading international e-commerce marketplace based in China. And after careful consideration, we would like to invite you to review our makeup brushes, iPad case, AirPods case, iWatch Series 4 case, Apple II Pencil second case, phone case, water bottle. To participate, you simply need to provide us with thoughtful Amazon reviews. In return for your participation, the product will be yours to keep. We thank you for your time and look forward to your reply. Sincerely, Taylor. Okay, so I don't know if this is real. My question also is, why would I get an iWatch Series 4 case if I don't even have an iWatch? How am I going to test out the case for an iWatch? You going to send me an iWatch? And I don't have like AirPods. So what is an AirPod case going to do for me? Apple Pencil second case. So, I mean, you can send me some makeup brushes and a water bottle, and I'll do a review on that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to ask. I have a friend, Jessica Kent, and she has like 51,000 subscribers, and people are offering her like mattresses and stuff to like review the mattresses. They're going to send her a free mattress. So I'm going to look up this company first and foremost, Zichen, see if they're legit. And then I'm just going to respond and ask, what I have to do. Because I really don't want to give out my mailing address. You have to be really careful on the internet these days, you guys. There's also something going around from YouTube, and they're asking for your password. You guys, don't ever give out your password for anything. You guys know that. But, and Kim, good idea, but I don't want to pay for a P.O. box. It's only like $50 a year, but I don't know. Yeah, so just be careful. I'll let you guys know. Amber's obsessed with her little garden. Yeah, get some little fairies and gnomes for your garden. I want to see. Text me a picture of your little garden, okay, Amber? Also, if you guys are on here right now, I have to go, but please email me. Let me put my email. Because I don't have your emails, and I would love to be able to contact you. So Kelly, I have yours, and Amber, I have yours. Everybody else, if you are able to type in the chat, not type in the chat, if you're able to shoot me an email so that we can be connected through email, please do. That would be lovely. Marianne got a weird text after her first YouTube live. You got a text? Don't be texting me. That's too close to home. Cool, just starting your garden, and I motivated you to get more active. Coolio. Y'all don't have to put your email in the live chat now if you don't want people emailing you. You can just email me, but Heather, I will write that down. And I will email you. But yeah, just shoot me one if you have time later. That's mine, desiteldanny@gmail.com. I wrote it down before you took it away. Good job. The fairy garden's not alive, so you can't kill them. Good point. Good point. If it brings you joy, then do it. Yes. All right, you guys. I have to go do life now. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And tomorrow I will see you at Teacher Evelyn's live, hopefully. Evelyn Joy. And thank you for being here and listening to my rambling stories. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Bye. 再见. Don't forget your word of the week. 西瓜. 西瓜. Watermelon. 西瓜. Okay. Bye.